Ang pagkakaalala ko, nagkita-kita po kasi kami dahil...
saan muna? At tanong mo saan eh?
Po sa may DPWH office na unang office po ni PRRD po doon.
Office ni PRRD. Tama?
Tama po.
Okay. Pero na ako, sabihin ko yung kung let me proceed with the statement. Now, I will take off with the statement of Colonel Espinido. And then you mentioned about cases that was filed against police officers. And the recommendation, you're just talking about Region 8, tama?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr.
But your example was just Region 8, but do you believe that it happens all over the country during the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, since the witness, Mr. Chairman, is only knowledgeable about what happens in Region 8, I'll just focus on Region 8. But, Mr. Chairman, just for the record, this will not only stop in Region 8 because may mga nangyari din po sa Zamboanga, may nangyari din po sa Region 6, no?
Yes.
Anyway, with regards to the claims made by Colonel Espinido, question of exonerating police officers involved in the killings or cases filed against them in Region 6. Since Colonel Marcos nandito, nagkabutan ba kayo doon?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, nung time na magkasabay kayo dumasay, what is your position at the time?
Chief of Police ako ng Albuera, Your Honor.
You're the Chief of Police of Albuera, where the Espinosa.
Yes,
no, Mayor Espinosa was the mayor then. Si Colonel Marcos, during the time, ano yung position mo doon sa Region 8?
Good evening to this honorable committee, sir. I was the regional chief of the CIDG, sir.
So you're the regional director of CIDG that time?
Yes, sir.
And your rank is the time?
Police superintendent, sir, or lieutenant colonel.
Light colonel. Okay. Doon po sa nung August 11, 2016, your name was mentioned, ito sa sa newspaper accounts. Your name was mentioned that you're the one that served a search warrant for a certain Alvarez. Is it correct?
Yes, sir. It was a joint operation. Actually, it was led by PRO8, sir.
PRO8?
Yes, sir.
With the permission of Congressman Krabs, Chair, can I inquire if this gentleman has taken his oath?
Comsec, you have taken your oath, Colonel, no? Naka-oath ka na?
Kanina, sir. Sabay-sabay po kanina.
And that goes the same to General Mata? No? General Mata?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, so ano bang lead unit doon?
Ang Police Regional Office 8, sir. Silang lead unit. As a national support unit or a regional support unit.
Pero
kasama lang po kami sa operation.
Okay. But of course, you're the head of the CIDG during the time. You know the background why Alvarez was issued the search warrant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, ano yung laman ng search warrant?
It was in possession of shabu or illegal drugs, sir.
Illegal drugs. Okay. But in the newspaper account, namatay siya dahil nanlaban siya. Tama?
Yes, sir. Upon the entry, sir, of the SWAT, RPSB, to include other units of the PRO8, sir.
Ito nanlaban.
Yun, sir, ang nangyari kasi wala naman po ako doon sa loob.
Oh, okay. But of course, you're one of the head, di ba? Official doon. So,
sa isang unit, sir,
question of whatever happens, that's still command responsibility, tama?
It goes with the regional director, sir, kasi
of course,
nagkaroon po, sir, ng command briefing before the implementation, sir, of the search warrant.
But you were there.
Kasama po ako pero I'm not part of the interim party, sir.
Yeah, but you were there.
Yes, I was.
Okay, who heads that operation?
Sir?
Most senior official.
It was the chief of the ang ground commander, sir, was the regional mobile force, sir.
Sino?
Colonel Rocomora, sir.
Colonel.
Siya, sir, ang designate ni RD.
Is she active until now?
Retired na po, sir.
Mr. Chairman, can we ask, can we invite certain Colonel Rocamora to be present in the next hearing? Yun ba yung Rocamora na taga Iloilo?
I'm not quite sure, sir, kasi
Okay,
during
anyway.
the command briefing, sir, the regional director, sir, designating him as the ground commander.
Okay. And Mr. Chairman, can we advise the COMSEC to coordinate with the PNP to locate and serve the invitation for a certain retired Colonel Rocamora, Mr. Chairman?
Comsec, please comply.
Okay, now, doon po dahil CIDG kayo, yung pitik ba kasama doon? The time?
Hindi, sir, yung kasama doon yung red SOT,
Sorry?
Regional Anti-Illegal Drugs.
Okay. So, sino talagang may holdings? Because, sino may apply ng search warrant? Kasi supposedly, kung drugs ang nakalagay sa search warrant, siyempre, sino may holdings noon? Ikaw, CIDG, or... Please.
Ang tinas po ng region na mag-apply po ng search warrant, yung CIDG po.
CIDG, tama. Kayo po.
Kasi kami po ang may role as regional support unit. Kami po ang may role para mag-apply ng search warrant.
Right. And you have also holdings doon sa kay Alvarez. Tama?
Meron din po, sir.
Okay. And during the time, Alvarez is one of the top 10 one of the top 10 drug lord in the country.
He was on the drug watch list, sir.
Okay. So, sa inyong holdings, saan kumukuha ng droga si Alvarez?
May intelligence information kasi, sir, report, not only coming from the region but also from national headquarters, na Allen Alvarez was getting shipment of shabu from Peter Co in the Bilibid.
Peter Co.
And the last delivery, sir, was 900 kilos.
900 kilos. Yun ba yung nasa Zambales that time? Yung barko?
Hindi po, sir. No.
Oh, pero yung 900 kilos, di ba ang nakuha lang doon, that's your information, pero ang na-recover doon is only 20 kilos, I think?
Yes, sir. Based on the information kasi, sir, ang shipment na yon na 900 kilos was delivered during the time of President Aquino pa.
Yeah,
So,
tama.
katapos, sir, nung that time, sir, na diniliberan siya, siguro na-distribute niya yung drugs kasi based doon sa recovery ng cellphone niya, hindi na po nag-remit si Allen Alvarez sa drug money, sir.
Tama.
Hindi na niya ni-remit, sir.
Tama. Kaya this is not conclusive. But there are theories that because Alvarez did not remit the actual amount and the 20 kilos that was recovered, that was the reason of Alvarez sa source niya na-recover daw ng mga pulis yung 900 kilos. But the truth of the matter is that out of the 900 kilos, only 20 kilos was recovered. Pang sure cost lang yun. Pang alibay ni Alvarez sa source niya.
Hindi ako quite sure, sir, kung ilan ang recovery or basta ang information, sir, hindi na, sir, na-remit yung pera.
Okay, anyway. Basta hindi siya mabayad, di ba?
Hindi na, sir, nagbayad.
Nagka-problema siya.
Partly, sir, nagbayad siya kasi doon sa recovery ng cellphone niya, sir, the money is being remitted by his sister to Nova. Parinog. Kasi ang shabu sir, nanggagaling po kay Peter ko, pero diniligate na sir kay Kulangko yung pag-ship ng shabu. Ang nagko-collect sir ng pera ng remittance, si Christy Alvarez, papunta sir kay Nova Parinog.
Okay,
Pero,
anyway.
nandun sir yung transaction sa cellphone niya. And this evidence sir was collected, the shabu, including all the evidences, was collected by the SOCO. Kasi yung operation na yun sir, kanya-kanya po kami ng tasking. Ang tasking lang po ng CIDG doon is to apply for search warrant.
Anyway, Colonel, may mga tsuri kasi, no? May mga tsuri din kasi with regards to it. Ang pinagmulan talaga nun dahil hindi siya bumayad. Hindi siya nag-remit ng dapat i-remit. Kaya yun, ang napala niya. Yun yung, I am not concluding, I am not to conclusion, but yun yung sa grapevine, no? Sa grapevine na nakuha. Now, during your stint as the regional director of CIDG, may case ka ba na inarap nun? As a case filed against you?
Yes sir, I was filed with the border case for the death of Mayor Espinosa and Raul Yap.
Sorry, sino yung isa?
Raul Yap sir.
Raul Yap. Okay. So, Mayor Espinosa at Raul Yap.
Naisuan po kami ng warrant of arrest doon sir.
Yeah.
And we were detained.
Ano bang kaso? Murder.
Murder sir.
So, but you bail?
We filed for petition for review sir. It was downgraded to homicide. So, we were able to file bail sir.
Pero nakulong ka rin?
Yes sir, 4 months.
How long?
4 months.
Saan?
CIDG detention sir, because we applied for retention of the CIDG facility because marami pong kaming nahuli na sa Region 8 na nakakulong sa provincial jail for security reasons.
Yeah, I understand. Anyway, to Colonel Espinido, I will not put you off. You can answer this, yes or not, or you will not answer my question.
With the honorable sir, excuse po. Our case sir was filed by DOJ, but eventually we were sentenced by the court for not guilty. We were acquitted for both counts.
Yeah, you're exonerated in that case.
Na-acquit po kami last October 21. October 6, 2021 sir.
October 6, 2021.
None of us was found guilty or na found guilty sa case na yun, sir.
Ilan kayo ang kinasuhan doon?
19, sir.
Hindi. Pero ikaw yung... sorry?
19, sir.
19.
Yes, sir.
Ikaw yung highest official?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, gusto ko balikan. Colonel Espinido, hindi kailangan sagutin mo ako.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, hindi kailangan. Pero, depende siya kung sagutin. Is the cases that was filed and dismissed that you're mentioning is one of those cases na kasama yung kay Colonel Marcos and the 19?
None, sir.
That is not,
Wala, hindi kasali si Sir Marcos, sir.
that is not part.
Later.
So, iba pa yun?
Yes, sir.
Iba pa? Sigurado ka?
Yes, sir. Sa filing of complaint ko sa DOJ, sa RIAS kay Uniform Personnel at saka sa NIAS, hindi ko natandaan yung pangalan ni Sir Marcos, sir.
Okay. Sige. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, Colonel Marcos, at least, sinabi ni Colonel Espinido na your name was not in the list, no? Sa kanyang memory is what in the list. Doon sa logbook ata, may logbook ano? May logbook siya pero your name was not in the list.
Opo, sir. Hindi naman po talaga, wala naman po talaga yung pangalan ko.
Hindi. You cannot prove it because the list is with Colonel Espinido and coming from the mouth of Colonel Espinido that officers that was filed the cases may dismissal pero na-exonerate because of the order from sa taas. Sandali po. Dahil lang po. Dahil lang. Basta sinasabi ko lang po, pasalamat ka na sinasabi ngayon ni Colonel Espirido na you're not in the list of those officers that was mentioned by him by the orders from taas was exonerated. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now, let me proceed with wala kasi si Colonel Patay. Inyo, kaklase mo ba si Colonel Patay? Hindi, no? Class 96 ka, 97 siya, tama?
Yes, sir. 97 po si Colonel Patay.
Colonel Garma, do you have any knowledge, information if Colonel Patay has a case?
He told me that he has cases, facing mga cases po.
May mga cases.
Nagsabi siya noon sa akin, Mr. Chair.
Okay, but you confirm also that he's in the class 97?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, Colonel Marcos, kaklase mo si Colonel Leonardo. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Colonel Leonardo, do you confirm? Nakaklase mo po si ano?
Correct po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Do we have also cases that is filed against you? May mga kaso ka ba? No nakaraan? Except dun sa ano before, that's why nag-turn back ka because you confirmed kanina kay Chairman Akop na you have a murder case. Homicide na yan? O murder? Kaya nag-turn back ka?
Ano po, murder po, sir.
Murder. Okay. Pero when after graduation from the PNP and your career now with the PNP until you resign, you retire, do you have a case?
Meron po akong mga cases na naipal sa akin.
Anong cases yun?
Iba-iba po, Mr. Chair. Ito po ay yung mga bunga po ng pagtatrabaho namin. Minsan binabalikan po kami ng kaso.
Pero ano yun? Murder? Homicide?
Iba-iba po, meron pong murder.
Ito nga, tinatanong kita, iba-iba.
Sa tingin ko po.
Wala ka bang kasong murder? During stint? Colonel ayaw ko. Tinatanong kita diretso. Kasi ang simple sagot dapat, may kaso po ako na murder. May kaso po ako administrative lang. May kaso po.
Apo, meron po.
Napaka-defensive mo agad eh.
Pasensya po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, last na lang to. Now, wala si Colonel Patay. Some of the invitees in the next hearing was moved by Co-Chair Dan Fernandez. Yung mga inibita mo, kanina nag-move ka to invite them. Ganito lang po. No, I have nothing against class 96 and 97 kasi maraming matitino eh. No, I have no judgment. Well, in fact, Fortaleza was also class 97. Dunggail, now in detention, was also class 97. Kaklase di ba ma'am? Kaklase mo si Dunggail. They were involved in the kidnapping doon sa Bacolod City, pero drugs din yun. Drugs din. Anyway, ganito. Kanina nang tinanong kayo ni Chairman Akop, on the day of June 28, 2016, you confirmed that you were there in Davao. Tama? Kanina.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Nandun kayo. Nandun yung kaklase mo rin, mga kaklase mo.
Yes, Mr.
Not all,
Chair.
not all.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Colonel Leonardo, you confirm also kanina na nandun kayo, di ba?
Hindi lang po ako sure sa date, Mr. Chair, pero nandun po ako.
Ako sigurado ako.
Okay po, kung yun po ang ano.
Oh, June 28.
Okay po. Ayun,
Sigurado ako.
confirm.
Colonel Marcos, are you also present during the time? June 28? Sa Davao? In that meeting?
I cannot recall, sir, na naka-attend ako ng meeting nung that date, sir. Parang wala, sir. Hindi ako sure, sir.
Colonel Leonardo?
Pero pumupunta po ako ng Davao, sir, because of...
Hindi, ito, Colonel Marcos. That was the time 3 days before President Duterte assumes office.
Hindi ko maalala kung sino po.
No sir, I don't think so.
Wala ka?
Hindi ako pumunta nung petsa na yan, sir.
Sigurado
Mr.
ka?
Chair.
Colonel Leonardo, is Colonel Marcos present during the time?
Meron po.
Ikaw nagkumbida eh.
Totoo po yun. Meron pong mga classmate ko na nagpunta po ng Davao.
Oh, is Colonel
Hindi lang po ako
Marcos?
sure dun sa pecha, Mr. Chair.
Sorry?
Hindi lang po ako sure dun sa pecha kung...
Okay, sige, hindi natin pag-usapan
Opo,
petsa.
Mr. Chair, opo.
Ganito na lang. Yung sinasabi mo, Colonel Garma, na pagtitipon doon sa Davao, that was June 28. O sige, sabihin na natin. Yung petsa, hindi kayo sigurado. Pero si Chairman Akop, sigurado siya dahil tinanong nila kanina di ba? Now, etong tanong. Anong lugar yun? Colonel Leonardo, anong lugar yun? Saan yun?
Yung...
Oh, Colonel Leonardo
Teka.
gusto mo ako ba magsasalita? I want to truthfully, I want you to truthfully tell this committee.
I will, Mr. Chair.
Oh, what?
Just give me a few minutes, a few seconds, Mr. Chair. Nire-recall ko lang po. Pasensya na po. Iba?
Saan?
Okay po sa inyo, Mr. Chair.
Saan?
Ang pagkakaalala ko, nagkita-kita po kasi kami dahil...
Saan muna? At ano mo saan eh?
Marami pong place na...
Yung June 28.
Meron ko...
Sabihin mo na sa'yo Ito, Colonel Pag nagsinungaling ka, pasensya tayo dito. O, second floor kayo. Di ba?
Doon po sa may DPWH office na unang office po ni PRRD po doon.
Office ni PRRD. Tama?
Tama po.
Okay. So, Colonel Marcos, hindi mo matandaan, wala ka doon? Sigurado ka?
Hindi ko lang po, Mr. Chair, matandaan yung date, pero nasa Davao po ako.
Pero nakapunta ka rin doon.
Nakapunta
doon
rin.
Sa sinasabi ni Colonel Leonardo na lugar?
Opo, nakapunta po.
Nakapunta ka ron. Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, just for the record, nung sinabi ko na nasa second floor, natandaan ka agad ni Colonel Leonardo. At anyway, Mr. Chairman, I hope in the next hearing, sabihin na po nila ng totoo kasi si Chairman Akop has also holdings about your meetings, and I hope you will tell all, especially Colonel Leonardo and Colonel Garma. Kasi wala rin, may ipit din kayo dito just in case, alam niya ni Chairman Akop. I am giving you the chance, Colonel Leonardo.
Ino-confirm ko na po na...
Oo nga, pati yung meetings nyo. Gusto mo, sabihin ko pa sa iyo, Chairman Akop, sabihin ko yung kung paano kayo nilagay. Chairman Akop, do you give me the...
Ino-confirm ko na po, Mr.
Ino-confirm mo. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, into ko muna kasi I will just give them time also. Chairman Akop, okay lang ba? Okay lang sa'yo? Na I will just give them time na wag muna.
Your choice.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Colonel Leonardo, alam mo, bibigyan ko kayo, mag-isip kayo ni, especially kayo, Colonel Garma. Kasi, ayaw din namin. Pero ako, tandaan nyo, we're doing this to the country. No? Ako, hindi naman ako tatakbo na eh. Chairman Barbers, hindi rin eh. But we're doing this for the country, and I hope all of us should cooperate. Kasi, Colonel Leonardo, kung ikaw, anak mo, kapatid mo, asawa mo, grandson, granddaughter mo, ilista lang, nilagay sa drug list, tapos ambusin, tapos alam sa atin, tanggalin yung pangalan. It happens. Di ba? Kaya kanina sinasabi mong successful yung drug war. I don't believe in that. Ayaw ko mangyari yun. We are doing this in aid of legislation so that we can legislate in the House in this 19th Congress para hindi na mangyari in the future generation, in the future administration, whoever sits in this government. Eh, ginagamit yung pulis. Diba? Kawawang pulis. Eh, sabi nga ni Colonel Espinido, mabuti nga. Ako hindi rin ako naniniwala doon sa sinabi ni Colonel Espinido noong nakaraan that the PNP is the biggest group, crime group in this country. Kasi maraming matitinong pulis. But of course, kung politika na, yan ang problema. Diba? Ano yung next hearing, pagtutulungan natin to. Kasi ako, sinasabi ko na, I don't want that my family, that my daughters, sons, granddaughters, grandchildren, na maranasan nila ang ganitong pangyayari. 6 years of dark era in this country. Eh, thousands yung namatay. Kaya ako, Mr. Chairman, I will just end this interpretation of this representation, but I hope in the next hearing, sana po, the resource persons will cooperate. And again, I have nothing against, ang dami ko pong kilalang class 96 din, ang dami ko rin kilalang class 97, class 98, yung kinakapatid ko po, class 2000, marami po akong kilala na matitinong pulis. Oo. Marami po akong kilala. Kaya lang, ang sinasabi ko nga, I hope we are doing this for the country and we are doing this for the next generation. As of now, Mr. Chairman, yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you for
Mr.
your
Chair.
short interpellation, Congressman Paduano.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Congressman Abante.
Abante muna dahil
Congressman Abante,
letter A.
Congressman Fernandez.
Letter A ako, letter D ka.
Sige, sunod na ako sa letter AB at pang AC ang susunod. Malayo yung FER eh.
Gusto ko lang tanongin po si General Mata, no? Sapagkat kanina pa siya naghihintay eh. Ano po ang inyong posisyon sa Philippine National Police?
Good evening, sir. Good evening to this honorable committee. I am now the director of the PNP Drug Enforcement Group.
Ano po yun? Director po ng?
PNP Drug Enforcement Group, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, sir.
Nakikialam din po ba kayo sa mga kaso ng extrajudicial killings?
When it comes to the prosecution, the PDG is only tasked to undertake intensified anti-illegal drug operation.
Not the prosecution, but to investigate. May pakialam ba kayo dyan? Because it also pertains to drugs, General?
When I assume this office last May, when I was not able to onboard an EJK investigation, Your Honor, sir.
How about the CIDG? Colonel po kayo, no? Colonel Marcos?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, saan po kayo assigned sa CIDG?
Sa Soxartin po, sir. Region 12. Ngayon.
Saan po?
Ngayon po, sir. Sa Region 12 po, sir.
Region 12. Perhaps we could be able to invite Mr. Chair, the CIDG head in Metro Manila and the NCR, no? In the next meeting. Mr. Chair, can we invite the next hearing the CIDG head of NCR?
What year, Your Honor? Today?
I'd like to ask him some questions.
It's NCR
General Artates. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, Comsec
Because during that time he was also involved in the past. I mean, he was a colonel. He was a colonel or a major during that time. Anyway, I'd like to ask Mr. Chair, Vice Chair Bernardo, no? You said that yung mga promotions ng mga police natin performance-based. Hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Yung huling usapan po namin ni Chief PNP na hindi na sila magre-rely sa statistics at nagkasundo po kami na kailangan makita yung crime situation tsaka yung overall peace and order. Hindi lang po yung dating arrest quota. Yun po yung nabago ngayon.
Sana po character-based din, no? Nila performance-based. Kasi nakikita po natin na ang pinaka-big boss pa ng EJK at ng drugs, head pa ng Philippine National Police. Yun po ang kinalulungkot ko dito. Tungkol po naman sa internal affairs. Sapagkat nung hearing po natin sa Committee on Human Rights, ang sinabi na internal affairs, they are only investigating administrative cases. But in their charter, they can also investigate criminal cases. Pwede po ba na dapat imbestigahan po nila ang criminal cases ng ating mga kapulisan?
Totoo po yun. Doon sa PNP, Republic Act 8551, nakasaad doon, they can file cases before the court na. Kaya magko-coordinate lamang po sa National Prosecution Service. Naniniwala po kami nung huli namin usapan kay IG Dulay na sabi niya, malaking trabaho ito, pero kung yun daw nakasaad sa batas, tutugunan na rin daw nila. Kaya bumibuelo na rin po sila ngayon na...
Mr. Chair, we'd like to find out, no, the next hearing, we would like to invite the head of the IAS, no, as we again investigate the EJK, because it's quite important that he will tell us how many cases have been filed, not only administratively, but also criminal cases on the issue of the EJK.
Yes, Your Honor, sasabihin din po namin na magayak sa susunod na hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Salamat po.